morning, race fans. We are live here at Charlotte Motor Speedway. We've got Plan B Sales Development Series action. I'm joined by Dylan Body and Tyler Snyder tonight as we've got an extremely exciting event for you here tonight. In fact, as of right now, Jordan Martin and the O2 car, coming off that win last week, is actually been able to tie the points lead with Will Reichert, who's actually thus far this season dominated a lot of it. The settings were incorrectly put up there by yours truly, Kendall Kerr, and we've actually got something to watch right now. We've got open qualifying, so I don't know if this is typically how it's supposed to be, but we'll enjoy the entertainment of it as it's right now. It's Dylan Poteet at the top of the board in that 0-1 car.
I kind of like the idea of the opening qualifying here for the developmental series when there's no premier guys allowed. I think it kind of gives more of a race feel, gets everybody out there with each other, gets more laps, and gives some of these guys who might not be able to run a hot lap by themselves on cold tires some incentive to go out there and run a few laps and maybe catch a little draft and see if they can't get a good starting position.
And if for nothing else, it gives us something to watch during our pre-race show.
It's a whole lot more fun to sit here and watch 20 cars going around at the same time than it is to watch one every couple minutes.
Brad Kress right now in the 29 car. He's actually up to second. We've seen him be a strong qualifier all season long. Wonder if his win's coming. He's been close.
Yeah, Brad Kress, he's always up there. He's run very strong this week. I think he's got a good shot at it tonight. Like you said, though, Dylan, this was supposedly a mistake on Kendall's part, but this is fun to watch. I think it gets some guys acclimated racing with each other and just gives you an opportunity to get a couple more laps in.
Right now, third on the board is Ty Smith. I was just going to mention Bucky Burt's show, of course, on his race machine, and good to see Ty putting up a good lap so far.
Well, Ty looking out there. I guess he not up towards the top of the board yet, but Steve Rader's out there making some laps, and he's got a special Eric McClure tribute scheme. Unfortunately, we lost Eric this week. A close friend of Big Evil Designs, who's Steve been working with for a long time, and he's got really close with Eric. So you see that car, that's why Steve's car looks a little different this week.
Yeah, looks like the old Reynolds Wrap car. It did a nice job with it. So we see him in the fence right now. Hopefully that's not a sign of things to come.
There's a lot of them in the fence. Oh, man. On the front stretch.
As now Jordan Martin has broke into third spot. He's got the red, white, and blue DoorDash machine out there.
Yeah, these guys, we're starting to get to that point of the year. Everybody's getting antsy to start putting on their red, white, and blue color. We can get out there and run some special stuff. It's nice to see some of these guys popping up with some new artwork for us to enjoy as they race around here.
Especially at Charlotte, you just they coincide with Memorial Day. You're right. You just look at the walls there, red, white, and blue with the stars and stripes. And one disadvantage to this open qualifying is we probably won't be able to get any interviews in, but we'll enjoy seeing the cars go around during pre-race. So what do you guys think of when you think about Charlotte Motor Speedway? Of course, the tight 1.5 mile track. The Premier Series just got done running there on Thursday.
Well, if it's anything like the Premier Series, I know you're going to have to save that right front because get through a long run, this thing's going to get real tight on you.
Definitely, that's something that I didn't figure out until the end of the race, how to conserve the tires enough to get through a run. Luckily, by the end of it, I had it figured out well enough that I was able to keep a lot more time in the car. But it's going to be something that we're going to have to watch here. These guys, you might see guys who take off real fast at the beginning, and by the end of the run, if there's not a caution, they might not be able to hang on to it.
Yeah, I believe all three of us had a unfortunate end to our Premier Series race on Thursday night here. So hopefully for some of these guys, they don't end up like we did on Thursday night.
Yeah, I unfortunately had some internet issues that I'm really hoping doesn't plague me here tonight, but we'll keep an eye on that, and if we do happen to go off the air, I'll try to get it back up as quick as possible. I don't know, for whatever reason, my provider's been a little bit sketchy over the last week or so, but they've been a solid provider prior to this, so hopefully they'll be able to get it turned around and keep us live here for y'all folks tonight.
See, Dylan Poteet, I don't think anybody's going to be able to touch that time. I'm guessing he might have been the first one out on the track.
One guy that has broke his way
He had to be towing. He couldn't run that fast for solo in practice.
I was just going to say, Roberto Ramirez has driven his way up to 6th. That's been the biggest change that I've seen so far after the first few minutes. We see somebody sideways down there on the back stretch, and it's never fun driving through all that smoke. Like
Yeah,
maybe
the new
Carl Faust making a return.
smoke update. Yeah, Carl Faust, I heard somewhere he's declaring now for development series points, so he's going to try and give a shot down here and get himself in championship contention.
Well, speaking of the championship, why don't we take a look at the points? Bear with me 1 second. I have these things pulled up for you. Like I had mentioned before, I know after last week with the win, Jordan Martin maxed out his points. And here, we'll get these pulled up for you. There you go. Jordan Martin currently leading the point standings, tied with Will Reichert, but I guess he's got the tiebreaker there. Brad Kress has moved his way up to 3rd. He's tied actually with Roberto Ramirez. Then it's Austin Bloom, Justin Malarkey, Dalton Beer, Dylan Poteet, Steve Rada, and Ty Smith rounding out the top 10 there. So those are the guys to keep your eye on. They've been fast all season.
Yeah, Austin Bloom has really impressed me, especially with his win at Lime Rock. Holding off Curtis Granger was very impressive to me, and he's ran well all season. I think back to Kansas, some of those guys running up near the front. Brad Kress, you had guys, Austin Bloom, Justin Malarkey. Those are going to be 3 guys I look out for here in this race tonight. They were good the last time we had a 1.5 miles. And Will Reichert, he's always one to look out for in these races.
Yeah. Well, these guys are getting ready to finish up here. They're probably going to grid here real quick. Let's see if we can nab Dylan Poteet. It'll probably be his first career pole if you guys want to interview him super fast before we do the starting lineup. Let's get him up here. There he is.
Dylan, you got a copy, man?
Yeah, I got you guys.
Well, we got about 15 seconds left. It looks like you were going to be sitting on the pole for this race. How did you get that lap in, man? It looks like you got it in early and nobody was really able to top it.
I was talking to my teammates actually about that. I'm honestly as surprised as you guys were. I found a spot, and I think I gained a lot of my time in 3. Just I couldn't duplicate it again. I just somehow got it to the point where I wanted to, and about a tenth and a half later, I gained, and all of a sudden I was at the top, and I was just as surprised as everybody else was. So, I mean, I'll take it.
Good luck. Good luck holding on to it in the race. Watch out for these guys. You know they're going to be aggressive on the start, and cold tires is going to be a mess. Don't wear them out and hurt yourself trying to hang on with these guys.
Right. Thanks, guys.
That's Dylan Poteet. He's your pole sitter tonight. Great qualifying effort. Good to see him get some success. All right, well, let's cue the starting grid music and go through the lineup here.
Yeah, I'll go ahead and do the top 10. Kendall, if you want to check your messages right quick, go ahead and take over. So starting on pole, you got Dylan Poteet in the 01 car. Starting second, Brad Kress in the 29 Dodge. Starting third, Jordan Martin in the 02 DoorDash Patriotic car. Starting fourth place is Ty Smith. Great starting position for him. I look for him to have a solid run in the Bunky Burt podcast show. Dylan Wedgwood qualifies 5th. Roberto Ramirez 6th. Austin Bloom 7th. Chance Duckworth is going to line up in 8th place. Justin Malarkey will be to the inside of row 5, and to his outside in row 5 will be Trevor Hook starting 10th.
Starting 11th is going to be Scott McCarris in the 65 car. To his outside is going to be Carl Faust. Will Reichert will start 13th in the 67 car. We've seen him struggle a little bit with qualifying, but I'm sure he'll make his way towards the front. Got a newcomer in the 47 car. It's going to be Steven Potter, no relation to Ryan. And right behind him is going to be the 48 car of Matt Owens. Starting behind Matt Owens is going to be Cody Robinson, as the always familiar Labatt Blue colors in the 7 car. And starting in 17th spot is going to be the 38 car of Dalton Beer. Jeff Morash brings the number 15 car. Driving the Dodge tonight, Revive the Rose. And Jacob Holm takes the 76 car right behind him. Steve Rada is going to start 20th in that number 3 car, with another newcomer, Sean Smith, in the 89. Then it's going to be the 59 car, the winner earlier in the season, Daniel Clark. And behind Daniel is going to be the 23 car of Michael Maruga. And then John Peterson will route out the field in that number 16 car.
We got a pretty big field here. No premier drivers, so I think we got a good turnout for this race. About 23, 24 cars in the field. As it just came up, Roberto Ramirez looks like he had some internet trouble and he lagged out. That is bad news for that 32 team.
Yeah, he
Can't
was.
really know a lot about that.
Yeah, he's third in the points, and Roberto's been extremely impressive in both series this season. Hopefully, he can get logged back in and maybe pick up a lucky dog here early, and his race won't be over. That's really unfortunate. You hate to see that happen to anybody.
Yeah, if he can get back in here real quick and maybe only lose a lap or two, he's still in the race. So hopefully he can get back pretty quick. So we're getting ready to come to green flag.
His car's off.
Dylan Poteet to the inside. He's going to go. He waited till the green. He gets a pretty good jump there. Him and Jordan Martin on the inside. Brad Kress. Looks like he got caught sleeping there on the outside.
0-1 leading with the 0-2 in second. You don't see that every day. Is Jordan Martin already looking for the lead?
Yeah, Jordan got a heck of a run to the center on 1 and 2 there.
And Brad Kress got a heck of a run off the high side there of 1 and 2, but it's still Dylan Poteet showing the way into turns 3 and 4.
Yeah, Dylan's not going to give up this bonus point easy. He wants to get this lap light out of the way, and then he'll let these guys sort it out.
I think Poteet was taking it easy there in 1 and 2 on these cold tires. You know, it fires off real loose, so he gets his bonus point and leads the lap.
And Jordan Martin's probably just as eager to get a bonus point, because if he can just lead a lap, he'd technically be your points leader right there.
Yeah, that bonus point sets him apart from Will right now, and he wants to get that as soon as he can.
These guys single filed out really quick. Looks like mostly everybody's hugging that white line except for Austin Bloom, back in about 4th or 5th places. Looking to the outside.
Outside there in the practice session, and he was maintaining pretty good time. I think he's figured something out of it.
You can definitely run the outside. It might burn your stuff up a little bit, but it's for sure fast. Now it looks like the 73 car stepped out there too. Wedgwood gets a little loose back there.
Yeah, it looked like maybe Will Reichert made some contact with, I think that was Scott McHarris. Oh, we see Ty Smith gets into Brad Kress.
Oh, Brad's in the wall, I believe.
That's going to cost Brad a lot of time here. There's 2, 3, maybe even 4 spots.
Brad's a good driver. He'll probably get his composure back, and he'll know he owes Ty one after that little bit of contact. As we see Austin Bloom now, like you mentioned earlier, going to the outside lane and passing people. He's already heading towards 3rd spot.
He's cutting through this field right now. On that top side. Ooh,
Ty Smith. He had to get out of the gas. He had a nice run through the center of that corner.
Yeah.
You know what? Still all Dylan Poteet.
Yeah, Poteet likes to see us battling behind him as Austin Bloom looks to the outside of Ty Smith.
A little fun fact here, guys. Me and Dylan are teammates in another league that runs truck series on Monday nights. And last night, Dylan was passing for the lead coming off of turn 4, and the guy he was passing made no attempt to straighten out off the corner and wrecked him. And Dylan ended up finishing 2nd. So he feels like he's got one that got away last night. He's probably going to be hard to beat tonight if he can keep that thing going.
He's driving angry. Somebody else looks like they're driving angry is Austin Bloom. He is just flying through this field running the high side. He's already up to 2nd place.
Well, you got to go where everybody else is, and I know even sometimes it's not the preferred lane, but he's clearly making it work right now, and very impressive.
One of your development drivers right there, Chance Duckworth, making a march towards the front, too. He's not wasting any time right behind Brad Kress here.
Yeah, Chance drives dirt late models in Alabama, He's still just trying to figure out the way that the sim works on iRacing, and I think if you give him some time, he'll surprise some people.
Austin looking to the outside of our leader.
I know, just from the
I think he's going to get it done.
I've seen these new guys here, the 73 and the 88 teammates here in the Dodgers. These guys are that fast, and they're going to be here all night. So don't count any of them out here. No, it looks like the Toyota boys are in control right now.
Poteet tried to fight back on the inside, but didn't quite have enough. As Austin Bloom goes from 7th to 1st in 8 laps.
Wow.
Yeah, that's impressive.
Cut right through the field.
He's definitely driving higher than everybody into 1 and 2.
Yeah, I'm surprised you haven't seen guys like Poteet and Jordan Martin sneak up there and try and follow him. But of course, as soon as I say that, they all go up there to follow him and see what they can gain.
Yeah, right now it looks like everyone but Jordan has an opening to get up there on the high side.
And Dylan made his way up to 3rd. He started in 5th. He's running a solid race so far, it looks like. I believe Austin Bloom.
We're giving the other Dylan a 5th for 2nd place here.
Yeah, I think Dylan's the most common name in our Highline Racing League, and you just said it, running 2nd and 3rd right now. Dylan Poteet, Dylan Wedgwood, nice run for both guys. And they're actually reeling Austin Bloom back in.
Yeah, I was going to say, I wonder if...
wear out them tires. Maybe Austin gave a little too much to get all the way up to 1st and not sure of the time.
We're riding on board right now with Dylan Poteet. You can see he's just slightly lower than that 88 in front of him. But still got to check the rear view mirror, because here's the view behind him.
Yeah, he's trying to get a little lower, keep a little air on that nose. This time he goes a little higher. He gets right up against the fence. I think he kept it off of it.
Looks like he hit the knee. Very close.
He's trying to get some air to the nose. That's so tough riding behind somebody like that. Is Dylan Wedgwood, I think, is going to clear him here into 1 for the 2nd spot.
It's so great to see this many cars under a blanket this late into a run already. We're 11 laps into this thing, and your top 7s looks like they're all within a second.
Well, definitely good racing here. I mean, it seemed like we had some pretty decent racing too going on Thursday. I wasn't up towards the front at all. I was kind of slowing off the pace all night, but you know, this track seems to be providing some good action lately.
Yeah, Charlotte's a great racetrack. Is now Austin's teammate Justin Malarkey in the 73, looking to the inside of Dylan for 2nd.
Oh, we see somebody's off the pace down there. Is that Jeff Morash?
Yeah, we played Jeff Morash in the 15. Maybe he had a connection issue and he's just getting back.
No, it's tough to see that. Now we see it looks like Malarkey's almost hung out to dry on the bottom. It's interesting how these cars are working as we see Wedgwood go for the lead.
And the more that these guys are sliding around, the more cars are getting brought up. We're starting to look like
Malarkey missed his apex that time.
Oh, and Jordan Martin's gonna
and Brad Chris! Oh, no! Oh, no!
Oh, my goodness.
That was
and the leader hits the wall, slowing down in turn 3.
That was probably the worst crash we've seen all season long.
The big one on the backstretch at Charlotte.
Well, let's get you a replay. That was a body shop caution. There's plenty of cars going to the body shop after this one. There was a lot of guys caught up in this one that had absolutely nothing to do with it, including both of our points leaders.
Like we said, this is a tight track. There's not a lot of room for error here.
It's going to have some big championship implications.
Right. Here's the replay. It starts between the 73 and the 29 goes a little bit high. And then the 73 cuts across. And there's the impact with the 67.
I'm thankful that this is sim racing after that crash, because this, oh man, there would be some sore backs in the morning if this were.
Yeah, God, Will Reichert clobbered the O2.
He had nowhere to go, and I'm not really sure what happened. I think maybe the 73 cut down, seeing the 29 up on his side, not knowing that the O2 was there. But here's another
Yeah.
look at it.
Yeah, I don't think that the O2 realized what was happening with the 29, so he didn't have the opportunity to like let off there. That's just a racing incident when you see that crazy stuff happen.
Oh my goodness.
The second impact, the 73 hits the wall so hard and gets absolutely obliterated by the O2.
So
And you can
who
see
made it.
Jordan Martin was holding his brake the whole time. Oh
He's
my
good.
goodness. I can't believe that just happened.
So
I wanna
some
get
drivers
one
that made it
final-
through.
One final look at this thing from the vantage point of Will Reichert, because it looked like he could have maybe avoided it, but wasn't expecting the O2 to come up the track as far as he did. Here's on board with Will Reichert. You see the 29 up on the wall, and there's the smoke. Looks like Will maybe panicked at the last second, thinking the O2 was coming all the way up the track and just clobbered him.
And we got a bunch of takers on pit road right here, guys. This is a relatively long race. We got 100 laps here. So these guys are using a set of tires already on lap 15, but they have to.
Yeah, that was so.
You don't want to be one guy who doesn't, that's for sure.
I think Chance Duckworth, I think that's Chance missed his pit stall. He had to drive through the pits.
I'm going to see if I can bring Jordan Martin up here for a super quick interview. Jordan, you got a copy, buddy?
I got a copy.
Hey, buddy. We were just watching the replay, and it looked like maybe the 73 come across your nose, seeing the 29 up in the wall, not knowing you were already under him, and you were at the worst place at the wrong time. How bad's the damage?
I got about 30 minutes worth of damage. The car's it's basically done for the night. I'm looking at the replay right now. It's just devastated. It had a great long run car. I was letting the leaders just burn their stuff up early, and I was a couple tips faster than them, and I seen them back up to me. So I was looking to make some moves on the bottom to get back to the front, and this just devastating, man.
Well, if
didn't
there
want my
is,
race to end this early.
I know. If there is some silver lining, it's at least Will Reichert was involved in that crash heavy with you as well. So this is going to be a whale of a points battle. Honestly, all four guys in the top, you included, have had trouble. Roberto had internet trouble. Brad, you saw him up climbing the wall there, and then you and Will. It's really going to make this points chase interesting. But obviously, we were terribly disappointed to see you guys go out early because y'all were putting on a heck of a show at the beginning of this race.
Yeah, it just happened. It's racing. We'll just be back next week and be ready and be better.
Well, Jordan, we appreciate you popping up here and talking with us, and we know we'll hear from you real soon.
Yes, sir. Y'all have a great broadcast and a great race.
Thanks, man.
All right, that's Jordan Martin. He was tied for the points lead coming in with Will Reichert, and unfortunately we saw the two of them make heavy contact in that last crash there, but we really appreciate Jordan stepping up here and talking with us.
So you see, if we look back at the leaders, Roberto Ramirez is back on the track. I believe he's 7 laps down. I think he'll get a wave around right here and go 6, but that's going to be a deep hole to climb out of for Roberto.
Yeah, so that's your top 3 in the points, all having trouble. That's going to open the door for a guy like Austin Bloom, who missed Daytona. He's actually 5th in the points, 40 back. We see him leading the race right now.
He'd get max points tonight. He's got himself a good shot. I think actually Roberto could probably gain a couple points on these guys in front of him. I mean, those guys are out of the race. If he can just keep getting his laps back and have a decent finish, I think he'll be all right. Have a couple more wrecks. Yeah, he's going to take the wave around right here as we're getting the 1 to go. I believe that'll put him 6 laps down. So I don't think he gets back on the lead lap, but he can get himself a lot closer than you think.
We've got the pace car pulling down, and Austin Bloom chose the outside.
Yeah, that's the preferred line, for sure.
And they're going green. Dylan Poteet got a great restart on the inside there. He really did.
He managed to pretty much hold par with him.
And let's give a call to Trevor Hook. He's up there riding around in the 5th spot right now.
Trevor got that new paint scheme here with his new race academy team that he's working with, and nice bright paint scheme out there. And he's working his way up to the front, taking advantage of this extra ability to get up to the front without having to battle some of these guys that are normally in the way.
Well, some of these guys that usually run 6th through 10th in this series, the door has been busted wide open for a victory here tonight. Really, the only top 5 guy they're going to have to fight off is Austin Bloom, who we saw in that first run seem to go high and burn up his stuff a little bit.
I actually was telling Dylan Poteet under caution, just keep doing what you're doing, man. Don't worry about him getting away in the beginning. He's been wearing his stuff out, and I've been watching him. So just keep running your race. And, if he can do that, man, I think he'll get the reeling back in as the run goes on.
Yeah, Another guy I want to give a call to is 6th place Scott McCarris. He didn't have a very fast effort through practice, but we see he's clearly figured something out now as he's riding 6th.
Figured out the draft and got that old Budweiser machine charging.
I think Poteet's got something figured out there on the bottom of 3 and 4. I think Austin Bloom, I was in a room with him in practice. He said he found something he liked with 3 and 4. So
where he said in qualifying he hit something he really liked, but he couldn't replicate it. Maybe that's what he's figuring out.
So yeah, he might. I don't know. He likes that corner though. Even when he goes to the high side, he looks to be a little faster than Austin. So I think Austin's got him beat.
If I can be fast in one set of corners, I think I'd pick 3 and 4, wouldn't you, Tyler?
Oh yeah, for sure. If you can just hold even down this back stretch, I think 3 and 4.
Stepped out on him a little bit there too.
He's getting all he can.
Dylan
Wedgwood pulls goes inside. That's a nice save though. Keep it going straight.
Some excellent driving, man. Oh, Dylan Wedgwood. You see, he doesn't have the speed. Even with Dylan being sideways off at 2, he can't get by him in 3 and 4 because Poteet's so fast.
Yeah, Poteet's definitely got something these guys don't in that corner. He's going a little lower in 1 and 2. I think that's playing to the advantage of Austin Bloom.
Oh, Austin got the wall a little bit there going down the backstretch. That's certainly not going to help him.
Yeah, the least amount of damage possible, I think, here is better for sure.
It doesn't really get hurt the car. It might have chipped the paint a little bit, but other than that, she still looks clean. The last place I think Blue's speed is going into the turns at the 01's faster.
You see Dylan Wedgwood falling back a little. I'm just curious if he's going to let these guys fight it out and burn their stuff up a little bit. And just going to try and manage his tires, manage this gap, not let him get too far out. Just kind of ride and let these two.
I think when he ran up on the 01 there, he kind of saw that the 01 was working the port a little harder, and he didn't want to burn up his stuff, so he's just kind of riding now.
How are the guys that pitted for tires doing?
Everybody took tires.
Yeah.
Oh, okay.
Yeah.
See, I was still stuck in the replay zone there and missed it, so I apologize. I was thinking it was just about halfway through the pack and further.
Now, but before you even gotten out of the replay, the leaders were already coming off the road. They were so far ahead of us.
And Poteet is getting right out next to the wall in the middle of 3 and 4. And
it's like it's homestead.
It's getting him some speed down this front stretch.
He's hanging tough, just a quarter of a second behind. Right now, I'm looking at this battle with Carl Faust, Dalton Beer, and I think that might be Sean Smith there in that 9 car. Might be misnumbered for the new guys.
Yep, that is actually Potter.
Oh, Stephen Potter. Gotcha.
Yes, sir. That's the 47 car.
Probably has a custom paint ticked on there. He doesn't know.
Yeah, we'll get him hooked up for next time.
Scott McCarris, he's having himself a solid run, running in 6 right outside the top 5. I know he's been putting in a lot of work trying to get better, so good to see that pay off and him having a solid run so far.
You see Potter now looking underneath McCarris. That's the best battle on the racetrack right now.
Yeah, Potter looks like he's done a good job saving his stuff. He moves into that 6th position.
Well, there's Brad Kress. He's running right now in 10th. Wondering how bad the damage from riding the wall was there earlier.
Yeah, I think
not as bad as the other guys.
I think he might have stayed and got some damage repair there, stayed a little longer in the pits, so maybe he got trying to get as much fixed as he can. Hopefully, he can come back from his mistake.
As bad as it was for Jordan Martin, boys, Will Riker got one more lap.
Oh.
Dylan Poteet gets into the wall a little bit into one.
And no change up front. It's still Austin Bloom leading the way. Second spot is the Dylan Poteet, or pole sitter, and third right now is Dylan Wedgwood. All three guys kind of maintaining where they've been running.
You know, this is a tough position for Austin. You know, you want to save your tires, but at the same time, he needs to capitalize on this opportunity and get the maximum amount of points that he possibly can. You know, he needs to lead as many laps as he can. He needs to keep a 0x and win this race, really, to get himself back into this points battle. So, tough position. Does he save his tires, or does he just go out there and lead every lap and hope he's got enough tire left for this long run?
Well, he's kind of in a similar deal now with this incident that happened with Will and Jordan that you were in last season, running the development series. It's like you ran really well every race you made, but you, of course, had a technical issue and missed a race, and that killed you in the points. And then Austin just rejoined the league a little bit late and missed the first couple events. So it kind of puts your back to the wall, and I know you did a heck of a job climbing back into that points battle, ultimately to get taken out in the last race, but it was anybody's race there when we went to Atlanta last season.
Yeah, you really do.
Or Kentucky.
I would say
almost ended there. Kentucky.
In a way, I would almost say it kind of helps, because you're not really tiptoeing around. You know, you feel like you're playing on house money. At least that's how I took it. I was, after the race, I think points lead or 1 point back, and after the race I had issues. I was 40 points back, and I figured at that point I was just playing on house money. So I just went out there and ran it as hard as I could, and it worked out. I got back into the points battle, but so I don't know. I feel like in a way it can actually, in a weird way, it can almost be a good thing for the remainder of the season.
We're looking at Matt Owens right now, and man, that car looks gorgeous under the lights.
Oh, thanks, Kevin. Yeah, Matt was having some bad luck in his current schemes. He wanted to bring back his original car from his first run. He came out swinging. So he was hoping that would bring back some good luck. Oh,
Yeah,
and
Matt
I
had
heard
some
some
good
good
luck.
stops coming up.
Meanwhile, up front,
on the radio.
yeah, Austin Bloom has actually extended out to over a second lead on Dylan Poteet, so he's been able to make the outside lane work and conserve tires out there enough to build a lead.
You don't look now, but Stephen Potter is going by, he just has gone by Dylan Wedgwood for the 4th position, and he is tracking down Ty Smith and Dylan Poteet up there.
Well, guys, as always, this series here is brought to you by Plan B Sales and Circle B Diecast. Want to make sure that we mention to use the code HLRL, and you'll get free shipping on your next order. Of course, Plan B Sales is located in North Carolina. They're the biggest dealer of Lionel Diecast, and they do a lot of great stuff for NASCAR as well as some of the big-time dirt racing leagues. So be sure to check those guys out. We couldn't do this without them, and they're kind enough to give us our own promo code, so use it, HLRL.
Yeah, those guys do great work. As Ty Smith has gotten by Dylan Poteet for the 2nd position, we're coming up on green flag stops. So you guys know about how long a fuel run would be?
So these guys run 50% fuel in this series, and I know our Cup cars, or Xfinity cars, that were doing, what, about 48 laps at 80%, so they're probably 30...
Okay, we had about 24 laps this time by.
I guess it's about 30 laps.
Probably
4 or 5.
Stephen Potter's about to make the pass for 3rd. Go back there. He is he saved his stuff apparently. He is slicing through this field right now. Yeah, Poteet, I believe, burned his stuff up trying to keep up with Austin there. Potter's going to go to his inside.
Interesting looking Dodge that Stephen Potter has there.
The Dodge Impala. Don't worry about it.
Oh, that is. I was gonna say. I thought that was a Chevy, but no, that is a Dodge.
It's clearly branded a Dodge, Tyler.
If he gets into third, I think he might be the fastest car on the racetrack right now.
I want to give a call, though, to Ty Smith. I completely glazed over him there whenever we were looking at the top three being Austin Bloom, Dylan Poteet, and Dylan Wedgwood. And Ty saved his stuff really well, and he's got himself actually tracking down Austin Bloom a little bit right now. He's 1.2 seconds back.
Dylan and Dylan almost got together there on the track. That was almost dangerous.
Yeah, so Ty's running the bottom. It looks like a lot of these other guys are getting back down to the white line. So Austin Bloom is committed to that. It's not really the top side. It's more like that middle lane. It looks like he's running. He's seems pretty committed to that right now. So that's kind of interesting.
Could you imagine how popular of a win it would be if Ty Smith could pull this thing off?
Oh, they'd burn the swamp down if he won this race.
Hey, the swamp would be dry tomorrow. The fires.
He's got the lead down to less than a second. I'm telling you, Oh, we got the cautions out. Let's see if we can figure out what happened here. Oh, man.
Carl Faust is destroyed.
Something happened with the 73 car. All right, here's an instant replay. You'll see the 73 is way off the pace.
Oh, my goodness.
Oh!
That might be the hardest impact of the
Karras got in the back. Oh, my.
Oh, my goodness.
That was a really hard hit. Carl Faust.
Oh. Dang. I hope Scott's all right, man. I hate to see that for him.
Yeah, that
It's
was
like Brad
interesting.
Crest almost got caught in it as well.
Here's the view from Carl Faust when he saw. Ouch. There's not much you can do in that scenario. I love the new damage model that iRacing's brought to the table. It's incredible.
Yeah, it is really awesome. So our leaders are back down pit road.
Yeah, the entire train coming down pit road.
Kendall, make me a session admin quick.
These guys are begging for tires.
And as these guys pit, we're going to step away real quick for a quick throwback ad of the week commercial. Well, that's a classic there, Jeff Gordon commercial with Pepsi. We appreciate all that Pepsi's done for their NASCAR over the years, and it's funny to see some of these old commercials come back. But off the pit road, it looks to be Austin Bloom still out front.
Yeah, I was gonna say. Actually, no. I believe Ty Smith.
Now they must not have hit the line yet. If
Yeah,
that's the
Ty
case,
Smith.
You're right. It's been a great
development.
pit stop for Ty.
Ty Smith, the Granger Racing team, got him in and out of pit road real quick, and he took the lead from Austin.
Hey, we got another lap. You want to talk to him?
Yeah, let's see if we can drag him up here right quick.
Make it quick. He's here.
Ty Smith, you got a copy?
I got you.
Hey, buddy, we just saw that lightning fast GRT pit stop, man. How you feeling tonight? You've been running well, saving your tires. How you feeling?
Oh yeah, feeling good. Yeah, Curtis must be paying the boys good to put out a pit stop like that, so I'm pretty proud of that one. But yeah, just been saving the tires, and I got Connor in my ear, and he's helping me out, and hopefully we can pull her off tonight. Get a good finish.
Yeah, Ty,
Well,
I'd have to say, on that long run there before the caution came out, you were definitely reeling in Austin Bloom, and of course with the crash taking out Jordan Martin and Will Riker, the door is wide open for some of you guys that are typically running, 5th through 10th to win this one tonight. Take advantage of it, man. It'd be a popular win if you could pull it off.
Yep, we're going to try.
We'll burn the swamp down in a party, man. Tell Connor we said hey, and good luck the rest of the way.
Oh, yeah, sounds good. Thank y'all.
Yes, sir.
All right, that's your leader, Ty Smith. Looking for his first career Highline Racing League win. We've seen him win in Allen's old truck league, the Hammer Down Truck League at Super Speedways, but he's a great plate racer. It's great to see him up here at a 1.5 mile race leading this thing.
Did he win Talladega last season in this league? I believe he did win Talladega.
You might be right. You might be right. And if that's true,
yeah, Taiwan.
Okay. I figured. I knew that sounded familiar, but
I think Connor maybe pushed him out there and he picked it up.
Yep. It was a team win for the GRT boys.
Yeah, those guys, some of the best working teammates. They work together.
They're
the best,
first
I'd say, in the
cousins.
league.
I didn't know that until recently. Connor
Yeah,
Holden
Ty
and
and
him are
Connor,
first
yeah.
cousins.
Oh wow.
So they got that draft partner chemistry.
Yeah. Get the draft button like in the old NASCAR Thunder games.
Did you know that they actually race on their back porch so that they can put their feet in the mud? No, I'm kidding. That's horrible.
They do live down there in the swamps of Louisiana.
That good old swampland.
So if you were Ty Smith here, he chose the inside lane, giving Austin Bloom his outside lane. Would you have thought about taking the outside lane to force Austin to the bottom, or
I think if that's
pace
pretty
cars down?
braggadocious to be like the bottom's where I want to be. I'm taking it and I'm going to beat you.
And Ty gets a great restart. He's going to try and drag Dylan Wedgwood along with him.
Yeah, I don't think it's going to matter with that jump he just got.
Jump on that start. Get out there.
He got a big jump over everybody's. Dylan's going to clear himself down into one.
Oh, he had the room to do it.
Dylan slides right up in front of Austin, cutting it real close there.
Definitely not cutting many flags, but Dylan Wedgwood's out here grinding, trying to bring home that W to his new fiance. Congratulations to Dylan.
Nice.
Yeah, congratulations. Dylan's a good guy. So hopefully he can pull out a good finish for his new family.
These boys will still have to come down pit road at least one more time in this one. As we see, man, Dylan drove it hard through 1 and 2 there. He's been a battle back with Austin Bloom on the outside. Ty Smith's loving this.
Yeah, he's just saving his tires and driving away at the same time.
From what I've seen so far, it looks like this outside.
Oh, that was tight.
This outside works really, really well on these first 10 or so laps, but I think after tires fall off a little bit, you're going to want to get back down to the bottom. So if you're going to want to make a pass, I'd say do it now on the outside.
These guys have done a great job getting some green flag laps in tonight, but we've seen the 2 cautions that we've had be severe impacts. As we look a little further back in the field, we're looking at Matt Owens and Steve Rada as kind of the best battle on the track. Scott McCarris trying to get up behind them.
Yeah, it's a great tribute scheme Steve is running there.
Oh, we see the O2s in the wall. He's back out there just trying to collect some points. Oh no! And there's the 84 just got in the back of the 76. Not sure if that's going to bring out a caution or not. Nice save by Jacob Holm.
Yeah, it looks like they straightened out.
And he'll be hoping for a quick caution to regain his track position. He did a great job saving that car. Back out front, still Ty Smith. He's got a half-second lead now over Austin Bloom.
Yeah, Ty, it'll be interesting to see how well he can manage this gap. That's what it's going to be about, is not getting himself out there too far and burning his stuff up.
Some other guys having a really nice run tonight. We got to give a shout to Michael Maruga in that 23 car is actually up to 10th spot right now. And John Peterson in 11th in the 16 car. So both of those guys having pretty solid runs. It's good to see them up there.
Yeah, this has been a nice shakeup of the the traditional front runners. Oh, we got a yellow one.
Caution.
Man, looked like the 89 was involved.
Yeah, 89's backwards on the back stretch.
That's a body shop caution number 3 tonight. Looks like it might have started with the 89 there. Let's get you a replay. Kind of surprised the caution came out for this, to be honest, from the looks of it.
Oh, Steve Rada got involved as well.
89 got loose, overcorrected,
Gosh,
and then yeah, Steve was an innocent bystander there.
Yeah, nothing.
Hate to see the Eric McClure machine go out like that.
Yeah, poor Steve. There's nothing he could do there. And so, how long was that green flag run? We'll see. It'll be interesting to see if some of these guys come down pit road or what. I think this will mix the field up a decent amount.
Yep, you see the 01 pulls off. See who he takes with him. Just a couple takers.
Yeah, that's pretty surprising. I figured more
Like
guys.
Matt Owens was the next guy to follow him.
I figured we would have seen more guys come take tires, but. So what's the tire limit for this race?
I think I put it on there as 3, so they should have an opportunity. Let's see if we can get a word in with Austin Bloom real quick. Check the upfront for esports guys. There they are. All right, there he is.
Austin Bloom, you got a copy?
Yes, sir.
Well, man, you've been leading a lot of this race. A lot of these guys out in front of you in points have had some trouble tonight, so we were talking. Are you kind of seeing this as an opportunity to go and get the maximum amount of points and put yourself back in this race, or are you just taking this as another race?
I tried to think about that stuff after and just focus on what I have to do during the race. Be happy with a top 3 today. That'd be a good points day.
Yeah, well, hey, top 3 is always nothing to complain about, especially when you got your competitors having trouble. So, good luck, man. You're going to have a popular driver to pass right here. So, as long as you don't get in with them, you shouldn't need security getting out of here. So, good luck, man. You're doing great. Keep up the good work.
Appreciate it. Thanks.
All right, that's Austin Bloom. He's, of course, with Upfront Esports. They had a little bit of trouble with Justin Malarkey earlier.
Yeah, Justin, I believe, he was involved in the first wreck. He hit pretty hard. They still got Austin out there going strong, so at least they got one horse left in this race. I thought we were getting the one to go right there. I wouldn't have rushed that interview so much, but. So I believe that'll be their, Dylan Poche just pitted. I believe that should be his last set of tires, if I'm not mistaken.
That would be a questionable call with 49 to go, but if these guys still having one more lap, let's take a quick break to hear from our friends over at SP Designs. course, y'all keep your eyes open. Of course, Dylan's very attached to that business there, SP Designs, but they have done great stuff, and actually have had Dale Jr. wearing their some of their design T-shirts and things, and they're getting ready to fire up a new website here in the very near future. So you have to stay tuned for that.
And also, don't look now, but the O2 car has returned to the track.
Saw him in the wall a little bit earlier. Hopefully, you can grab a couple extra points just for making the effort to stick around through 30 minutes of damage repair. You got to give a tip of the cap to Jordan Martin for just hanging in there through that. I know a lot of guys who log off.
Fortunately for him, Will Reckham's still running. He's got about 17 laps on him, but he had to come back and get as much as he could when he realized the 67 was still in.
Yeah,
Ty Smith's going to, he's going to stick to the inside. Tyler, why don't you get him going?
All right. Yeah, Ty got such a big jump on the inside again. I thought he would have taken the outside, but he feels good. He feels good on the inside. It'll be interesting to watch if we have a little bit of tire spin here with some little bit of heat in these tires. But pace car's getting ready to take the hard left down on the pit road and put the field in Ty Smith's hands. There he goes. He jumps pretty early. Yeah, looks like Austin had a little bit of wheel spin. Ty gets another great jump. Looks like Dylan Wedgwood also is going to be able to get to the inside on Austin if he can hang it down in there. Looks like he washed up a little bit. Austin Bloom is going to get a good run on the outside. And don't look now, but Brad Crest has worked his way back into fourth. Seemingly has all his damage fifth and now fixed. And now Austin Bloom goes to the outside for the lead.
Just behind Brad Crest, Dylan Poteet, fresh tires. I believe he's the first car, and he is running around cars like this in still right now.
We see out front, it is Austin Bloom going to the lead, and he had an incredible run off of turn 1 and 2 there, and just used that momentum down the backstretch to carry his pass to the lead.
Yeah, I think he's been the best car on that outside so far tonight. It's going to be tough to beat him. As Dylan Poteet, I could be mistaken when I say that's his last set of tires, but man, if it is, he's going to have to take care of those things.
You'd have to imagine that he has one more set remaining. I couldn't see a scenario where he would come down and put that last set on, at least intentionally, right now.
Yeah, that's a gutsy call. Even if he does have a set left, he's going to be banking on 2 long runs to the end here. But if it pays, it'll pay off big time. That's how it works out here.
Another story to kind of follow right now is the fact that with no premier guys in this series tonight, we only had 24 entries, and we've had a few significant crashes. There's only 10 or 12 cars on the lead lap.
Yeah, the field is thinned out a decent amount. You got Jacob Holm is in 13th. He's the first car 1 lap down, and then after that, Scott McCarris is in 14th, but he's 6 laps down. So definitely some pretty damaged race cars. You see Chances down there on the apron. Looks like he has some sort of issue.
Oh no.
If you look back there, Roberto Ramirez. Oh, we got a caution. Hold that thought.
I bet the caution came out for Chance stopping down there on the apron, but let's see if we can figure it out. Couldn't find the crash, but I did find this. Jacob Holm narrowly misses Dylan Wedgwood.
Yeah,
puts himself to the inside wall to avoid him. You got to give him at least props for taking himself out in that situation, because that could have been really bad for Dylan Wedgwood. I'm guessing the caution came out for Chance Duckworth being stopped on the apron, because I couldn't get anything to pick up.
Yeah, he must
What
have
happened to him?
some sort of issue, I'm guessing. I wonder if car gave out or computer failure
now.
or something.
I don't know if he ran out of gas or what. That was bizarre.
Strange issue, yeah.
You know, he did mention that they were having like some serious tornado threats down there tonight. He was worried about his power, but
Yeah, that's possible. He might have had a power surge or internet cut out for a split second or something, but he's running now, so that is a good sign. But back to what I was saying on Roberto, if you go and look at some of those cars that were damaged up near the front of the points, Roberto is got he's got at least 5 spots down to Will Reichard. So that'll be at least 5 points gained.
Yeah, came in
on him.
25 back, so every little bit helps. So, and that's another guy, you know, just like Jordan Martin waiting out 30 minutes of damage. You know, it's obviously extremely frustrating when you have connection issues, but, you know, you got to give a pat on the back to Roberto Ramirez for coming back in here and persevering through it, and might get some dividends from it.
Yeah, I think he's in the highest position he can get to right now, unless we have some more wrecks. Next car in front of him is Chance Duckworth, who's only 2 laps down, so he's got 5 laps on Roberto. But if he's having internet issues or something like that, could be another spot for Roberto to gain. And at the moment, I don't believe it's going to be tough for Will Reichard to gain or lose any spots, as he's got 3 laps either direction to gain a spot or lose a spot. So Jordan Martin, I think Jordan Martin's going to take the biggest hit in the points, as he is in 23rd, 31 laps off the lead.
These guys, they've actually got 2 more laps of caution, so why don't we step away for one of our throwback ads of the week. This one brought to you by Napa.
Hi, I'm Dick Trickle. You want to win $100,000? Enter Napa's Win with the Winner sweepstakes. Just go to the Napa Auto Parts store and guess the winner of the Napa 500. A little tip. It's going to be me. If you want to choose some other hot dog, you could still win a trip to the race. Plus almost 2 million prizes and special offers. So go to Napa and enter. That'll work. And remember, November 16th could be a really big day. I think we get champagne.
All right, so that's Dick Trickle, the Napa commercial. I think that was from 1997.
Throwback week is so much fun, man. Seeing all the paint schemes and fire suits and what these guys break out on the real world side of things. I love Throwback week. I think it's a little more fun that it's kind of early in the season. It's not gonna be a playoff race, so.
I can tell you one guy who has an extreme love-hate relationship with Throwback Week. It's our third counterpart in the booth. Busiest man during that week.
Yeah, Dylan has been putting in some work, man. We got our own Throwback Week coming next week. This is the Premier Series heads to Darlington next Thursday night. So Dylan's been putting in some long hours making paint schemes. He's done a great job. I know he's made both of our paint schemes and plenty of other ones, so he'll definitely have a car in the running to win that contest for best paint scheme.
Yeah, if we get a chance to have another yellow, maybe I'll pull the Discord up and we can go through some of those paint schemes, because the more airtime that some of those get, the better, because it's such a shame that, you know, we got all these beautiful looking throwbacks and they only get run for one race.
Yeah, I know. Yeah. Kind of feel bad that Dylan does such a good job, and they only are out there for one race. But
he does a great job on a lot of the season regular paint schemes as well. And a lot of these guys do. You know, of course, Roberto, Ryan Williams, those guys are professionals. And then even we got guys like Toby and Alan Kunman. And those guys are, and Ryan Potter as well. Those guys do phenomenal work with their paint scheme. I'd put our league, that Premier Series, up against anybody's paint schemes on
oh yeah,
iRacing.
for sure. Yeah, I've gained a lot more respect. I dipped my hand in a little bit, and I can't do anything close to those guys. I can just slap logos on a car, but
Pace
gained a lot of
cars
respect
down,
for them because they're going green.
Austin Bloom got a rocket ship restart on the outside lane. He's going to try and bring Brad Kress back into contention on right along with him.
Yeah, Brad Crest is stuck with it, fought back hard. He's doing an awesome job. He was on the wall hard, man. He was on his side, so great job on his part to stick with it and put himself back in second. He's not out of this race yet.
Fortunately for him, he's had enough time to get down pit road and make repairs to it. But these guys are going to have to figure out a way to beat Austin Bloom. The only guy that I think really on the long run has had anything for him that we've seen that's not been taken out in a crash has been Ty Smith.
Yeah, Ty on that very end of that last run was very strong. He's fallen back now a little bit. Looks like he's going to fall back to fourth, as I think that's Dylan Wedgwood to his outside. So now Austin, you see he's slowly creeping that line down a little bit. I wonder if he builds this lead up and then sneaks back down to the bottom to save some tires here. Looks like that's where everybody else is running, is at the bottom of the racetrack.
Just creeping into the picture back there is Matt Owens. He's running 6th, and right behind him is Michael Maruga running 7th.
There you go. These guys aren't giving up. Dylan Poteet in 5th. Looks like he hadn't quite been able to take advantage of those tires yet. He might just be babying them, though, because he knows at the end of this run, if we get a long run, he'll be flying through the field.
Looking at the best battle on track right now, it's from 2nd through 4th there. Brad Kress leading the charge of it. Dylan Wedgwood in 3rd and Ty Smith 4th. Of course, Austin Bloom checking out once again.
Yep, he's still running that high side. Everybody else is on the bottom. He's just ripping it around the top there.
So. Dylan Wedgwood trying to copy him, but it's hard when you've only got 100 laps to figure it out. You know, if Austin's been practicing up there all week. And you're right. I'm looking at the scoreboard right now. Roberto Ramirez is up to 13th, 7 laps down. What a race to decide that you're going to stick with it, you know?
Yeah, I don't know. He that's why you never give up, man. He could still even finish top 10 if we get another big wreck or two. He's not down and out quite yet. Look, Austin Bloom is stretching his lead out a little bit. So be curious if it's just, you know, he's that much faster, or is he burning his stuff up playing these guys right now?
Yeah, it's one of them things where if you're Austin, you almost want to look in the mirror and just say, hey, I've got a nice lead. I'm going to take it easy here for a couple laps and just save some of my stuff. So right now we've got teammates Dylan Poteet and Matt Owens pretty close to each other on the racetrack here. Trevor Hook trying to creep back into the picture as well.
Yeah, that is the hardest thing to tell a race car driver, is dial it back and don't run too hard.
And Trevor Hook drove it in deep there.
Yeah, those guys, I think those guys
he passed both of those guys.
Yeah,
My
Trevor
goodness.
Hook is actually still on the lead lap.
That's two
for him.
Two guys in one turn. He's following Jordan Martin right in front of him.
Yeah, I think he might be. I think he might be on tires right here, actually. While he passed those guys.
They about have to be. That was impressive.
Yeah. Looking at time and scoring, Austin Bloom must have hurt us up here in the booth. He has not extended his lead anymore, so I think now he's just gone into managing that gap in his tires. Don't run it any harder than he has to.
And if you're just joining us, of course, the story of this race has been just the savage crashes that's taken out a lot of our front runners. I think that was, lap 18? We had an incident involving Jordan Martin as well as Will Reichert. Heavy impact. Justin Malarkey taken out in that one as well. But Austin Bloom and Ty Smith have kind of been the class of the field. We saw Brad Kress get into a little bit of trouble early. He's got all that damage fixed up, and he's running solidly in second, now reeling in the leader, Austin Bloom.
Yeah, he's creeping back into it. As you look back in third, Ty Smith and Dylan Wedgwood have not figured this out yet. Those two guys still going at it for the third spot as Dylan gets by him on the outside.
I think everybody's still going to have to make one more pit stop. So if that's going to happen under green, that might be the deciding factor of this race.
Yeah, you can gain a lot of time on pit road, but you can give the whole race away. So you got to find the right balance.
Speaking of gaining time, we're riding on board now with Brad Kress. He's got the lead down to just 0.3 of a second from Austin Bloom right now.
Yeah, he just picked up 0.4 on that lap right there.
Man, Austin really drove it hard through 1 and 2 there.
gonna have to navigate some lap traffic here. Scott McCarris does a good job staying out of the way.
Look
Yeah,
at
it looks
Brad.
like Austin is struggling. Yeah, Austin is definitely struggling right there in the middle of 3 and 4 as Brad Crest drives to the inside of him. Is he going to be able to make it stick? You know, Austin has been working that top real well.
Drove it in hard. And he's going to
Oh,
slide
slide
up
job.
in front.
Pulls her right up in front of him.
A couple of
Gets
dodges
clear.
out front. But Brad had been reeling him in almost 0.3 of a second a lap.
Yeah, he was flying. He's done a great job of saving his tires. What a bounce back by Brad, though, to be in the fence.
On his side.
On his side. I think he was in the fence twice. On his side once, and now he's in the lead. So Ty Smith and Dylan Wedgwood still fighting back there. Ty got back by him. It looks like he's maybe putting a little bit of time now on Dylan Wedgwood. But those two have been back and forth all night long.
And what that's done is allowed the 84 car, Trevor Hook, to reel him in. And we see Jordan Martin there in that 0-2 just out there trying to collect some points, but...
We're going to 88 on the pit road. Oh, and he locks him up.
Oh, no, he's...
Man, I hope he wasn't speeding. You got a lot of room on the entry of Charlotte to get slowed down there because the timing and scoring doesn't actually start until the actual cone there. So hopefully he was able to get it weighed up, but
yeah,
that's kind of gonna force Brad Cress's hand. You'd think you'd expect him this time, and here he comes.
Yeah, the radio just lit up. Everybody's coming down pit road now.
Brad, nice and conservative down pit road.
Ty Smith and Dylan Wedgwood are going to follow them down. Looks like he did a nice job. Didn't really lose too much time, I think, to Dylan and Ty. So
that's going to leave the lead to Trevor Hook. It's on fresh tires. Nice to see him get out there and lead some laps.
Yeah, it'll be interesting to see when he pits now as we're getting close to that 20 to go mark. So.
Yes, I don't think he'll, even though he has got fresh tires, I don't think he's got a prayer at making it to the end. So is he thinking I'm going to pull down and just get a splash and go and save all the time? Or is he going to just charge hard and change 4 tires?
Or does he stay and hope for a caution?
Yeah. Any one of those 3 strategies could be the winning one. It's just you got to pick the right one.
Yeah. Well, we saw last time at 1.5 miles at Kansas, came down a fuel strategy with the 59. Ended up with the right one, so you never know.
That and actually Kentucky, Roberto Ramirez almost pulled that win off on a fuel mileage strategy. It's just ran out of fuel off turn 4. So right now, Brad Kress is running 9th, 1 lap down, and Austin Blue must have sped. He's showing 2 laps down.
Yeah, I think he was caught speeding there. That is a tough break for him. This is put this race in the lap of Brad Kress almost.
He locked him up trying to get slowed down and had to let off the brake to save it. And
So a guy I want you to keep an eye on that's right behind Brad Kress is Ty Smith. Look how close they are on the racetrack right now. And they're both 1 lap down. So if the caution were to come out right now, only Brad would get the lucky dog. So this is a battle for not only the race win potentially, but the lucky dog currently.
Yeah, this is going to be a great battle right here.
So you got to balance how much do you save your stuff versus how much do you want to be in front of the other guy right now. It's really interesting. As you see Ty Smith go underneath him.
Can't save too much because now Brad's in a rough spot. If we do get a caution, he's gonna be stuck a lap down. He's gonna have to take the wave around.
Yep. Oh man, Morash is in a rough spot.
That is the worst spot to catch a slow car. Ty looks like he did an alright job, but man, that's a terrible spot to catch a slow wave.
I don't think Jeff did anything wrong there either. It was just really unfortunate timing for both of them.
Yeah, no, nothing you can do in that spot. Just hold your line and Hope he can get under you.
Oh no, I just saw the 23 car at the bottom of the screen with some damage. Michael Maruga has had a great night prior to that. And look who's going by the 29 right now. It's the 17 of Dylan Wedgwood.
Yeah,
Really trying to go by him.
Brad is, I don't know if he's saving his tires or he just doesn't have enough, but man, he can't save too much more than this. He's going to have to.
Oh, Ty Smith got held up big time by the 89 car of Sean Smith. That allowed Brad Kress to catch right back up to him.
I thought Brad was going to be boxed in there with Dylan for a second, but not quite. It was going to be close, though.
And folks, we're showing you the battle right now.
Oh, no.
Oh my goodness.
Oh, no.
A huge crash involving Brad Kress. And that has just been the luck that he has had his entire development series career. And these cautions have been humongous tonight. Got another body shop caution. We'll get you a replay here in 1 second.
Like Scott McCarris coming over the radio stand, he was blowing up and trying to key the mic, and he got run over.
Yeah, so here's the replay from Brad Kress. He's down low. Oh, there was actually some contact, and that took out Dylan Wedgwood in the 17 as well.
Oh, man. Those two guys have got the worst possible luck.
It looked like there was actually some contact between the 65 and maybe Ty Smith.
Ty Smith got into him as well, yeah. So coming off of turn 4, Scott McCarris blew up, and he's trying to keep it low. And, I mean, man, he's got it just about as low as he can get. Just a terrible spot.
That's what happened.
No.
Ty Smith catches the 65, and I wonder how bad Ty's damaged on this, because that was not a slow impact. So this potentially just could have given this race to Trevor Hook.
This race has fallen right into the laps of these guys at the top 3.
Dylan Pote was a few laps short on fuel. He just PN'd me over the driver chat and said, "Let's go."
This is going to be... There's another look at this crash.
What needed.
Of course, nowhere for Brad Kress to go. My goodness. Can't catch a break.
Poor guy. I feel awful. Him and Dylan Smith, man, just have the worst luck. It's like Trevor Hook is going to win the race off pit road.
Well, do we want to get Brad Kress up here, or do we want to get Trevor Hook up here?
Let's see if we can get Brad up here. I know it's probably a bad time, but
he'll talk to us. He's a good sport.
We'll let Dylan take it. I don't want to be the bad guy.
I'll talk to him if you don't want to. And Brad Kress, you got a copy?
Yes, sir.
Well, Brad, man, you persevered through the early incident, climbing the wall, and we thought that this race was going to fall right into your lap. And, man, this race has just been unpredictable from the start. All the key contenders getting taken out. What are your thoughts, man?
Well, I seen the other 3 guys were way in the back, and I even told my teammate, I said, if I can just hold it together, I can get a really good points night. And like you said, I thought it was going to fall right in my lap the way the cautions cycled through. Everything was going smooth, and then, I mean, the car was like he pulled right in front of us. I couldn't stop.
So actually, what happened in front of was the 65 blew up, was trying to get out to the bottom of the track, and the 18 made a little bit of contact with him right in front of you. So that's why he was out of shape. And obviously, we looked at the replay from a few different angles, but nowhere for you to go and heavy impact. How bad's the damage, Brad? Can you get back out there?
No, probably not. I've got about 6 minutes and 45 seconds of required repairs right now. Yeah, I was so close behind the 18 that by the time we caught him, I just seen the 65 car go into the air, and then I drove right into him.
Well, Brad,
this black cloud has got to get off your head sometime, man. I feel terrible for you.
Yeah, I know somebody said Toby had the black cloud a while back. I will gladly give it back to him. He can have it back.
I think you might have it even worse than Toby, Brad. But hey, you put on a heck of a show in that 29 car, and perseverance has kind of been what I thought was going to be the term of the night, but now I think it might be survival. But
Yeah.
Brad, we appreciate you being in the league. I know that win's going to be coming. Just hang in there, buddy. I know tonight was a super tough one.
Yeah. Thank you, guys.
All right, so that's Brad Kress. You know he's a good sport and always willing to talk to us. But man, how about this race? It's
I know.
crazy how it's worked out. I mean, the top five. It's actually
believe
showing John Peterson in the lead.
John Peterson, I think, might have been back out on the track because he did not come in.
Well, he did come in, but I think he might have taken 2 tires or just fuel or something because he came off pit road. But I thought he was a lap down. But no, he's still in this race. And right now, I think we're showing only 7, 8. I think Ty Smith will get his lap back. So I believe we'll have 7 or 8 cars right here on the lead lap to finish this thing out.
It looks like 7 cars on the lead lap for this last couple laps.
And this is just such an opportunity. It reminds you of the old Winston Cup races where that, you know, before the waiver rounds, before the lucky dog, they would have a caution right in the middle of a pit cycle. And you would have guys that typically, you know, they had a 43 car field. So you would have guys that would typically run, you know, 18th to 25th battling for a win. And I used to love those races. And here we are tonight. We got John Peterson leading it, Trevor Hook second, Dylan Poteet third, Dalton Beer fourth, Matt Owens fifth. All of those guys looking for their first victory in the series.
And I believe John Peterson just picked up a new sponsor, so that'd be awesome to see him take that sponsor to the.
And they waved off the green flag. Looked like some issues with the formation.
Lap. Yeah, it'd be great to see a new sponsor in this league. John Peterson's car. It'd be awesome to see
Looks like he's
him
got
go to victory
lovable
lane with that
critters.
car.
Lovable critters on the car. And speaking of perseverance, how about 6th spot right now, Jacob Holm?
He's hung in there. Was he? I think he was involved in one of those earlier wrecks, and he stuck with it all night.
He was involved with the pace car, flew out of there and was on the back stretch, and he had to slam on the brakes and he hit the inside wall, but clearly that damage wasn't bad enough to keep him outside of the lead lap.
Well, it's good for him to see. I think a car that's in a great spot right now is Dylan Poteet. He's on fresh tires. He's going to be restarting on the inside. If he can stay real tight behind John Peterson and, you know, if he can get clear of Trevor Hook, I believe he's got fresh tires over John. So if he could get clear.
But he's going to have to follow John on this restart.
Yeah,
so,
John's going to have to get a good jump.
This is a track that you can very easily spin your tires on the restart. So beware of that.
Yeah, John's going to have to get a great restart, and so is Dylan. He's going to have to be right up tight behind him here. So we're going to have...
Keep your eye on that 16 car, because I'm telling you, it's extremely easy to spin your tires here if you're not just very easy on the gas. And if he's on old tires, you know, he's going to be anxious a little bit leading up front. Just keep your eye on him.
I believe Matt Owens just disappeared. Hopefully his internet gets fixed here as the pace car is getting ready to pull off.
Pace car's down. And John does a great job getting through the gears.
Great restart.
Trevor
did not get a good restart.
Did not. You're right. Trevor Hook's going to tuck in line.
He's actually going to be side by side. Just hold on to third. Trevor Hook
is all over the back of John Peterson. He's going to kick it to the outside.
Poteet needs these guys to battle hard here for another corner at least, but it's not going to matter. Hook is going to clear himself around that outside.
Poteet goes up high.
Real close to the wall. It's going to give him a huge run on the 16. I think he's going to be clear here by turn 1. But now the question is, can he run down our leader here in 10 laps?
These guys ain't saving anything right now. Trevor Hook, of course, he used to race some sort of short track, like mini truck, I believe.
Mini stocks. It's like truck mini stocks. They were cool.
Yeah, they were really cool looking. Seen a picture of them. But he's out here doing it on 1.5 miles, actually extending his lead right now. It's 0.8 of a second.
Got word from Matt Owens' power flicker.
Oh no. So that leaves us with only 6 cars on the lead lap now.
And one of them being Ty Smith, who you know is praying for a caution after getting that lucky dog.
Yeah, he's cutting through the field back there. I'm assuming that damage isn't going to hurt him too bad. He looks like he's keeping decent pace. Trevor Hook's got about 0.7 of a second lead here. See what it is at the line.
Actually showing just 0.4 of a second. It looks like
4/10,
Poteet's
yeah.
actually
Poteet
reeling
cut
him
it
in a
down.
little bit.
He just ran about 0.6 of a second faster than he ran his last lap.
So we're now riding on board with Dylan Poteet.
I think if he can stay even right there, he's actually going to gain. This is where he's been amazing all night.
Now he's got 8 laps to make this move. He's got to, Trevor's going to be throwing every block he can. He's got to be pretty patient and pick the right time to take advantage here.
Definitely just needs to sit back and find a
Oh, caution. I was just getting ready to say that. I would be in the opposite boat. If I was him, I'd be wanting to get that lead as soon as possible in case this happened. And we have a caution. Ty Smith is into third now, so he is not out of this race either.
Oh, no, it was John Peterson. Let's see what happened here. Something happened ahead with the 16 car. 16 of John Peterson. Oh, he gets hit by Austin Bloom. Oh, and it takes out Daniel Clark as well. Hold the brakes, hold the brakes.
Apologize there. He felt pretty bad instantaneously. He did not mean to obviously get into him.
John Peterson, very frustrated. Career night.
That looks like
tonight.
that could have been a possible netcode issue there. It kind of looked awkward the way they hit, but just tough break for him. He was having a great run.
And who's going to get the lucky dog?
Yeah, Austin Bloom. It'll be interesting to see how iRacing calculates this. If he
causes the wreck and gets the lucky dog.
It'll either be him or it'll put Dylan Wedgwood back on the lead lap.
Well, you'd think the contact was made from the 88, so it should be the 17, but iRacing does some funny stuff sometimes. Hey, let's see if we can bring Trevor Hook up here. Trevor Hook, you got a copy?
I do. What's going on, Kendall?
Hey, man. Great run out there tonight. Car's looking good. I know that 01 was kind of reeling you in a little bit there at the end of that run. It was just about to get exciting, but caution came out there. So you're probably looking at about 3 laps. Can you get the launch on the restart and hold him off back there?
Yeah, I hope so. I hope I can find a good start to spot in. But yeah, Dylan was definitely catching me there. I'm not going to lie. I'm a little nervous. But
hey, this race is falling right into you guys' lap that we've been talking about it. The guys that run, 5th to 11th, 12th, they had that big wreck early that took out a couple of the front runners. It's going to be a huge points day for some of you guys, and what an opportunity. It's been really exciting to watch. And yeah, I mean, I wanted to ask you, Trevor, when you stayed out there, did you have any chance of making it to the end, or what was your strategy going to be there? Were you just going to come in for a splash and just ride it as long as you could?
Well, that's what I was going to do, but I was really hoping and praying for a caution there, and when that caution came out, it fell in my hands perfectly. So
yeah, sometimes that's the way to do it, and it trapped a lot of those guys that were running up front a lap down, and now they've ultimately wrecked again, and it looks like this race is going to come down to you, Dylan Poteet, and maybe Ty Smith there. But we'll let you go, get focused. You guys have put on a heck of a show, and maybe we'll be talking to you here at the end, Trevor.
Awesome. Thanks, guys.
All right, that's your leader, Trevor Hook.
Hey, that's what it takes sometimes. You got to take a gamble, and it's paying off right now for him. It's put him in a great spot.
So lights are still out on the pace car, so it's probably going to be 3 to go. If you can get a great restart, that'll buy you almost a lap.
Yeah, it's gonna be coming down to this restart. Looking at the car, Ty Smith, I don't see any visible damage that's too bad. So I don't think he's out of this race in third spot.
No, yeah, Trevor almost wants the 01 and the 18 to really battle hard for second, just allow him to check out. Of course, we have 2 green-white checkers if they are necessary.
The way this race has gone, I would not be surprised if we have to use them both. As going back on what we were talking about earlier, Dylan Wedgwood did get the wave around. He will be in 6th place.
But he will have to
I think he's got a
start
little
from
bit
the
of damage.
tail. Right? He'll
That's
have to.
true.
Oh, he's
A
getting
little
it
bit of
repaired
damage.
right now. Well, something else that you mentioned earlier. Guess who's 9th right now?
Roberto Ramirez, look at that. Still 7 laps down, but he's worked his way into 9th
It's
spot.
unreal.
Persistence pays off here, ladies and gentlemen.
Yeah, great looking
But yeah,
car.
looking at it
Gotta
right
get
now.
it on the air.
Looks like he's going to gain about 7 points if he can hold that spot on Will Reichard. I guess Will can gain a position to his teammate Carl Faust.
Trevor Hook looks like he's going to give Dylan Poteet the outside. We'll see how that shapes up for Dylan.
So it'll be 3 to go, correct? 'Cause my
Well,
screen
not
just showing
97.
1 lap to green, so.
Yes, we would be.
So
Green
you're-
flag will be lap 98.
Yep, so
So
it'll be 3 laps to go.
This will not
Basically,
be
we'll
overtime.
have basically we'll have 3 green-white checkers. This won't technically count as one, but
No, I don't want to have any green. I want these boys to finish this thing right
I
here.
really think we're going to get
Yeah.
our finish right here.
I'd like to see it as well. Also, how about Dalton Beer and Jacob Holm holding on to a top 5 spot right now, running well. And John Peterson stayed on the lead lap. He's in 6th, so don't count him out for a top 5.
Yeah, it's tough to see him get run over there. Well, boys, this is
Coming
going to
down
get
to it.
exciting. What would you do for your first win?
I'd wreck my grandma for a win. Here we go, pace car's off.
And Trevor Hook goes. And
Poteet
Dylan
gets
Poteet
it.
got a pretty decent restart.
Yeah, that's decent for being on the outside, but man, Ty Smith gets to his inside. Poteet's gonna have to hang it wide here on the outside. Hope it sticks.
He's going to get a big run off the corner.
Yeah, he can't quite do it. Ty Smith gets clear. This is shaping up real well for Trevor right now.
Yep, Dylan Poteet looking back for second spot right now. Ty Smith's into the wall. And man, 2
keeps
laps
it
to
off of
go
Dylan.
right now for Trevor Hook.
He kept it off of Dylan. Did a good job there. Poteet's gonna have to drive the hardest 2 laps of his entire life right here to get him.
Yeah, all Trevor needs to do is just back it down, make sure he doesn't overdrive it or hit the wall.
And no mistakes.
And he needs to get that white flag too.
That's what he is hustling to get. Doesn't look like Poteet made any massive gains right there.
White flag out, Trevor Hook.
Gained about 100th that lap. He's not going to have enough to get it here. That's Trevor's mistake. He's going to pick up his first career win here tonight.
Just no mistakes.
No whammies, baby. Big money, no whammies.
He's gonna head down into 3 and 4.
And coming off of turn 4, picking up his first career Highline Racing League win is going to be Trevor Hook. Congratulations to the 84 team.
How about it?
And what a race, boys.
That
We're
was
treated
a
to a
great
great
race.
one tonight. Dylan
That was
Poteet's
awesome.
going to end up second with Ty Smith third, and we are going to have a massive shakeup in the points after this one.
Yeah, great race for these guys. Dalton Beer bringing home a solid 4th place. Jacob Holm 5th. Great
Career
run for a lot of
nights
these
for
guys.
a lot of guys, yeah.
For sure. And Roberto ended up in 9th, 7 laps down. So good points night for him.
We're going to watch Trevor burn it down here. And we'll get a couple of these guys up here to talk to.
Here he goes. First career win, man. That's awesome to see. That's 2 surprise winners on these mile and a halves tonight, or this season, I mean.
Mile and a halves just really seem to agree with this ARCA car, and they always put on a good show.
Yeah, especially here at Charlotte. This is an awesome racetrack. Let's see if we can talk to our winner. We just talked to him a second ago, but let's see if we can get him back up here.
All right, I'll let you do the honors. And there he is.
Well, Trevor Hook, we just talked to you about 5 minutes ago, man, but this is the interview you definitely wanted for sure. Awesome job, man, picking up your first career win. How do you feel after that?
Man, that was awesome. I'm just glad I'm glad what I did there at the beginning worked out as far as a little strategy game. And that caution that came out there. I think I had 5 or 6 laps left on fuel when that caution came out, so it played out perfectly.
Hey, that's what it takes sometimes, man, is you gotta do something different. Like Larry Mack says, if you follow the leader on pitch strategy, you're just gonna follow him all night. So you did an awesome job, man. What were you thinking seeing those guys battle behind you? I mean, it's so tough, being in that position. It's you just got to stay disciplined and not overdrive the race car. Just kind of walk me through what was going through your head there in that final restart.
Yeah, that was the key on the final restart there. I just didn't want to drive it down into 3 and 4 too hard and self spin or something crazy like that and make myself look crazy. But yeah, when I saw those guys back there battling, when right before we took the white flag, I knew I just had to keep the car on the track, and we pretty much had it. So it worked out, and this is awesome, man.
Well,
Oh
Trevor
man, you
can.
did.
Yeah, I was just going to say, from
Mhm.
a short track background, winning on the mile and a half, it's great to see. This is going to be a huge momentum boost for the rest of the season, both in this series and making starts on Thursday. But who you got to thank for the win?
Man, first I want to thank Dylan for the awesome scheme, the TAM Academy scheme, and I want to thank those guys over at TAM too, Landon Huffman, Trevor Edwards. Those guys do an awesome job on super late model open setups. So, and then I want to shout out my pops. I know he's watching on YouTube. So, what's up, Dad?
Awesome. Well, Trevor, hopefully you'll be able to use this as a great momentum boost for the rest of the season, and we'll see you probably on Saturday night for the Virginia Triple Crown race.
For sure. Yep, I will be there.
All right. Well, that's Trevor
Congrats,
Hook.
man. Awesome job.
He's your winner tonight, and well-deserved win here at Charlotte Motor Speedway.
Thanks.
Oh, I cut him off there. I'm sorry.
Well, that was a big points boost for him. I'm taking a look at the points. That'll be a big boost for him.
And now here's Dylan Poteet. There he is.
Dylan Poteet, you got a copy?
Yep, I hear you guys. How's it going?
Well, we know it's not the finish you wanted. We know you wanted that one more spot. But all in all, still a great points tonight, man. Just walk us through that final restart. What you were seeing and what kind of went down.
Well, I knew that restarting second it's always a disadvantage because the leader has the full control of the restart, and I was just trying my best just to time when Trevor was going to go, and I thought I did okay, but Ty got to my inside, and I felt like at that point it was going to be tough to come back up there to Trevor, and we raced a little too hard there for second, and then Ty washed up the track, and I kind of threw it in three for nothing, and yeah, it happens. I felt like right before that yellow came out, I found something in three. It's kind of like what I go back to when I talked to you guys earlier. Like I found something in three, like it would just arc down at the perfect time, and it allowed me to catch Trevor because he got pretty far ahead of me before that second to last caution, I believe. And within a lap and a half, I think I was like 3/10 faster, and I got right back to his bumper and was hopefully setting him up maybe for potentially the race win or the winning move. But I can't be really upset because I think I've been waiting for one of these weeks and stuff to happen. I haven't had a full race go my way and be super competitive. So, I mean, I'm disappointed that I didn't get the win, but like I said, getting the pole, it led some laps and was competitive. I think I was in the top 5 of the entire race just about. Like, I can't really ask for anything else. Like I said, this definitely was probably my best race period here at the league. So,
Yeah, you definitely a solid showing, strong night. Great in the points, man. This ought to boost you quite a few spots up in the points. So, awesome job, man. You know, you've shown a lot of improvement. So great job. Who do you got to thank for your second place finish tonight?
Well, I gotta thank everybody at SP Motorsports. Dylan here in the booth, painting my cars as always. Flat Out Racing, clothing apparel for sponsoring the car. Shout out to Matt Rye, you know who you are, and thanks for putting your logos on the car. And so thanks to teammates, everybody that usually helps out, keeps my mind and everything kind of intact, so I don't go insane some of these races getting mad. So, but yeah, all in all, like I said, it was a fun race, and I learned a lot, especially from the premiere race. So racing that race, I think, helped me out quite a bit. And Curtis Granger gave me some tips too for some things, and I think that helped as well. So I'll give him a shout out because I think that made a big difference tonight too. Was him giving me a couple tips for this track. So, like I said, overall, just happy to get a good top five. I think it's actually my first top five, but I think that win's coming. Just now now I really want to get it.
Yeah, king of the 11th place spot, and now you're in second. So maybe we'll see a bunch of seconds run off.
Moving on up in the world.
All right. Well, that's Dylan
hell of a job,
Poteet.
man.
He's your runner-up tonight, and he's always classy guy, clean racer out there. It's great to see him get a good run tonight. Guy is hanging around in the interview room. I wanted to ask him about. Let's bring Roberto up for a quick question. And Roberto Ramirez, you got a copy?
Yes.
Hey, I know you probably didn't expect us to be talking to you, but we know you had some internet problems at the beginning of this race, and you persevered for 9th. And with everything that happened, the huge crash at the beginning that took out all the front runners, this is going to be a great points night for you.
Yeah, I never would have believed that, right? But so basically, once qualifying ended, we started going to the grid, right? And it just froze on like tech inspection or whatever. I was like, okay, I know my car is not illegal. Why is it taking so long to go through tech? And then, I noticed that the clock wasn't moving. I was like, oh, dang it. So I tried to close it out. Yeah, I tried to close it out. Didn't work, so I had to unplug my computer because iRacing was just like that, overpowering the whole rest of everything. I had to completely unplug my computer, get back on, load back in, and when I came back, I was, I think I started the race 8 laps down.
Yeah, I know the feeling. Is last week on Thursday, I had to start 4 laps down with a similar situation, but unfortunately for me, I ended up dead last in that race. But for you, it worked out a little bit better. I just thought it was incredible that you did come back and hang around, and it really did pay off because you got a top 10 out of the deal.
Yeah, I mean, we were just going for that 0x, really, because that's really all I could do. I accomplished that. It was a really weird race to run because I was just kind of monitoring the points the whole time, looking where Jordan, Will, and Brad Kress were the whole time. And I somehow made it points on all of them. But it was a weird race. I didn't even use all my tire sets. It was just such a...
But props to you for just sticking around.
I feel a little better not having to push.
Yeah.
Because I was just taking it easy and I'm chilling.
Yeah, it's a tough race to run, just trying to stay out of the way of everybody too. But great job. I mean, I just wanted to give you a tip of the cap for just hanging around and coming back, and really it's paid off for you. And we'll see you next week. We don't even know where we're going next week because of the dirt setup issues. But anybody you want to shout out while you're on air?
I want to shout out J.R. Houston for building quick enough computers to get me back into the race in time once I figured it out. Want to thank Plan B Sales and everybody that puts their support in the series, obviously, and thank you guys for the broadcast and putting on the race tonight. So,
no problem. Well,
yeah, hopefully I'll get to talk to you guys again this time next week.
Yeah, with a fresh slate and a lead lap start, we'll be interested to see how these points shake out and watch you guys fight to the end because this is going to be an incredible points battle.
Yeah, I mean, tonight was extremely interesting because all of us had problems at the front. So I thought I was going to be like out of it, and I somehow ended up more in it than I was when the day started. So,
well, that's
Roberto
Roberto
weird
Ramirez.
Like
He's of course running for Misfit Mafia and going to be in the top 20 in points, no problem in the Premier Series as well. So he's kind of got that rare situation where he gets to run for both titles. We appreciate him being around. Of course, known for his great paint schemes from Bolts Designs, and pays off. Perseverance tonight. So, guys, you want to run through the full field rundown here?
Yeah, good.
So it was, of course, Trevor Hook taking the victory here tonight. The 84 car. Second spot went to Dylan Poteet. Third was Ty Smith. Fourth was Dalton Beer. Fifth, another excellent career race for Jacob Holm. Sixth, another career best after the crash, John Peterson. Seventh was Dylan Wedgwood. Austin Bloom brought it home 8th. That's going to be a great points night to him. I know it wasn't the run that he was looking for with a dominant performance early, but he does end up 8th. 9th, we just talked to him, Roberto Ramirez. He's going to make up a lot of points as well. And 10th went to Jeff Morash.
Bringing home 11th, you got Michael Maruga. 12th place, Matt Owens. 13th, Brad Kress. 14th, Sean Smith. 15th, Daniel Clark. 16th, your points leader, as it stands right now, Will Reichard. 12th place, Carl Faust. 18th, Jordan Martin. 19th, Scott McCarris. 20th was Chance Duckworth. 21st, Steve Rada. 22nd, Cody Robinson. 23rd was Stephen Potter. And then rounding out the field, 24th was Justin Malarkey.
Yeah, so boys, I don't know. Final thoughts here from Charlotte Motor Speedway. It was, in my mind, 2 words: perseverance and survival. And we got treated to a heck of a race. These guys always put on a great show at the 1.5 miles. And Trevor Hook, it's going to be a huge momentum boost. We've seen him coming out to quite a few of the Thursday night races, as well as we had mentioned earlier, the Virginia Triple Crown. So it's always nice to see a guy that's putting in the extra effort, see it pay off. But he's going to take the victory tonight. A little bit on strategy, a little bit on talent. What do you guys have to say about it?
That was a crazy one. You know, it's fun to see these kind of races every so often. Mix up the points, mix up the running order. We only had 7 cars in this race on the lead lap, so almost kind of felt like a speedway race. You know, just everything mixed up. A lot of violent wrecks. But awesome to see a lot of these guys get good finishes. So it was definitely a fun one. Fun to follow the strategy all night. Just these Tuesday night races keep putting on great shows. So they're fun to watch and fun to call with you guys.
Well, boys, from Charlotte Motor Speedway, for Tyler Snyder and Dylan Body, I'm Kendall Kerr. We appreciate you guys tuning into this one as Trevor Hook takes his number 84 Chevrolet to victory lane. And we've got an incredible points battle shaping up here in this series. Don't miss next week. We'll have an announcement very soon with where that race is going to be to make up for the Bristol Dirt setup issues. And we'll see you then. And don't forget about Thursday night's premiere race as well. That will be a doozy. Y'all take care. From Highline Media, it's Kendall Kerr.
This is 2014 ARC Menard Series champion Mason Mitchell, and you're watching the Highline Media Network.